want this beautiful shade and an umbrella, again, we're gonna take what we're used to and make it different. This is from Improvements. It is 10 feet of being able to get that amazing shade. All 10 feet. And this is what I'm gonna tell you why this is different. 10 feet of being able to eat under this, put this kind of over the shallow end of your pool, being able to, you know, if you wanna sunbathe, but then come in and get a little bit of shade, whatever it is. But when I say a full 10 feet, what we're used to seeing in an umbrella, right, is the stand would be right here where I'm at, right? The stand would be here. You'd have to figure out how to maneuver everything around that pole. There's no way you could do this over the shallow end of your pool if you wanted some shade over that. You also have to figure out how two people are gonna talk amongst this like pole in the middle. Look at, wait, where is it? Here we go. What if we offset the pole so we get all 10 feet to utilize? This is gonna be easy to go up and down. It also is adjustable that way. The whole umbrella tilts, which means when the sun moves, just tilt the umbrella. You don't actually have to move everything over one side, move everything to another. This is gonna be water resistant, weather resistant. It is UV protected, and it's fade resistant, which means this gorgeous blue is gonna be blue, it's gonna be blue, it's gonna be blue. If you want it in this gorgeous rust, it's gonna be that rust color that you love day one. It's gonna be rust color later when the sun is beating on it, the weather gets to it, and we also have it in a gorgeous tan. If you've ever gone to a store and you've seen one, you know, a big, beautiful umbrella and you've looked at the price tag, it is multiple hundreds of dollars. We have it on sale today for under $120 to get this home on a flex pay. What is that on a flex pay? $24, $23.99 to get this home. Deb Beyer is in her yard to show us how we're gonna use this, how much we're gonna love this. Deb, we actually used ours because we had a drizzle here in Florida, and I put all of my seat cushions underneath it to save it from the I mean, we use our umbrella so much. I think this is just such a good bang for your buck.
Oh, it's absolutely a good bang for your buck, and it's beautiful. So whatever space you're in, whether you've got a yard or a garden, or you just want to enjoy it, it is a real showstopper. 10 feet is enormous, and you don't even realize how big it is until you set this beautiful, beautiful umbrella up. And it does so much. To your point, Tina, no center pole. So you have all this space to enjoy. No more bobbing and weaving when you want to have a conversation with someone, because you can put all the pole and the mechanism behind you or beside you to give you all that space. And I love it that you used it in a light rain because it's water repellent and water resistant. And if you looked at the fabric after that little light rain, all the water beads up. So you don't have that big deluge of water that's been sort of pooling in the top of your umbrella. But before I came on this morning, it's early and the sun is behind me. So when we have to set up our cameras to get the shot, I had to make sure that the sun wasn't going to be blinding the camera. So I tilted the umbrella, and I'm going to show you that. So I could actually, just like you can when you get this home, you can tilt the umbrella and have it literally follow you throughout the day to block out the sun. I've got it overhead now, so this would be essentially midday, but you're going to have an umbrella that's going to give you all that protection, UV and fade resistant, so it'll always maintain its color, but it's going to do the work for you by protecting you from the sun all day long. Tina, I'm thrilled that you have it, and I'm so excited for everyone to get this, because when you set it up in your garden and it only takes a second, you're going to enjoy it day after day after day.
And Deb, to be completely honest, I would see big umbrellas like this, and I so wanted one in our backyard. We've got, you know, little patio furniture out there, a little table. We sit out there. We really enjoy our time out there. I sit underneath, you know, I wanted to sit under the umbrella and watch, you know, my son be in the pool, and I wanted to do all that. But every time I saw one of this size, one of this magnitude, that didn't have the tilting, that didn't have the offset stand, that didn't even have all the bells and whistles we're talking about, it was too much. Every time I talked myself out of purchasing it because it was just a little bit too much. Put this on a flex pay. Everything is on 5 flexible payments, which means it's 5 months, you pay it off, no added interest on your own credit card, debit card. We're not asking you to sign up for anything. There's no hidden fee to it. you make your very first $23.99 payment towards the umbrella, we're already shipping it out to you. So if you've always wanted one in your backyard or over the pool or, you know, wherever it happens to be, and you've always talked yourself out of it because it's been a couple $100, it's, I mean, do I really need it? I always found myself talking myself out of it. Today is the day. Get the gorgeous blue if you want kind of like a beautiful pop of color in this. The rust is what we kind of have in my backyard. We went with this kind of to kind of give us a contrast color with all the green that was in our backyard. So this gorgeous, beautiful rust. And then we also have it in the tan. So again, it tilts. You can go higher, you can go lower. This is one of those that has all the bells and whistles that would normally just click up the price on this one. And Deb, I do wanna say there is one thing we wanna, that comes along with having an offset with the stand, because the stand's not in the middle, it's not here, right? So if you wanna put a table right here, you wanna put chairs, you wanna put lawn chairs, whatever you can, there is one little hint you have for the offset stand, right?
Yes, absolutely. So because it weighs about 26 pounds, and I went ahead and tilted this, and I want to show you something about that. It's easy to put together, but the stand, the base of it is just a crossbar. You do need to weight it down. So you may use pavers. I went to my do-it-yourself store and bought 16-inch pavers. They're extremely inexpensive, absolutely. And you can get them to match your existing pavers just to weight it down, because this is a lot of fabric. So you want to be able to make sure that on a windy day, you crank it down. That's how we open it and close it. We crank it down and open and close it, and that's behind you. But you do want to weight it down. It's simple. There are, out in the marketplace, you can get cantilever bases, but there's an inexpensive way to do it, sandbags, whatever. But definitely do that. And on a particularly windy day, you want to crank it down. But what I just did, I tilted it while Tina was talking, and now I'm actually blocking the sun. And I'm just going to step behind here for just a second. I don't want to get out of the shot, but I want you to see what it does. So as the day goes by and you want to go ahead and protect yourself from the sun, you simply turn it.
Look
just
at that.
tilt it, just like that. And this is what's going to give you that 12 hours of protection in the sun, however the sun moves. And then when you're ready to pop it down in midday to get that main protection right over your head, you've got that. But it's absolutely an amazing addition to anybody's home, but it actually gives you back your garden space because, to your point, Tina, it protects you from a light rain, but it gives you all 12 feet of protection from the sun for the entire day, whether it's directly overhead or tilted like I have it behind me. It really is an amazing umbrella, and it's going to just give you so many days of enjoyment in your yard or garden.
I mean, it's very practical, Deb, right? We're getting the shade, we're getting a little, you know, shelter from a little bit of a drizzle, but it really just looks good. I mean, it looks impressive in your yard, and that's what I was talking about. We went with, you know, a more of a rust color because we wanted it to kind of be a pop of color in our home against, you know, our home is a gray color, we have greenery, but I wanted something with a little bit of color that was in it. It just looks good. It's a little decor, it's functionality, it's practicality. And again, we have a very large shallow end to our pool, Deb, and that's, you know, where my 2-year-old, you know, does all of his playing. It's a very large shallow end. This would go perfectly over it. I could scoot this up against the side of the pool and put this over that shallow end because now the pool's not directly in the middle and he can spend more time in the pool, have a little bit of shade while he's doing that. It's all the uses that, again, we could not use with other umbrellas. It didn't tilt. It had the stand in the middle. It wasn't fade resistant. You buy a blue, but then it's kind of like a weird shade at the top, you know, as years go on. UV protection on there. It's that fade resistance, water resistant, weather. I mean, it's all the things you would want on this. Today's the day to get it. Pick your color, put it on a flex pay, enjoy it. As the sun comes out, spring comes out, summer comes out, grab it on a sale price today. 766-647 is the item number. Deb, you look like Deb's not like, you know, we're kind of equivalent in size. You look like you were like maneuvering a satellite dish out there. I mean, but it was so smooth the way you were doing it.
Well, it's really impressive, and you're absolutely right. It absolutely adds so much to your space. And I'm like you, I love the rust because it goes with my decor.
Yeah.
But best part is I can enjoy it. And when we love having it out here, we never put it away. Whenever I have to present it, I'm like, oh, great, it's already set up because we've been enjoying it.
I love it, Deb. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You know I love spending time with you. Thank you so much.
Me too, Tina. Have a great day, everybody.
Absolutely. By the way, since we're talking about decor, did you guys notice this over here? I want to talk to you about this. It also comes to us from Improvements. It's actually a wood lantern